Welcome to Channel Devonity, the only show where a bunch of less than desirables play Dungeons and Dragons and drink oodles amounts of cider. O-R!
Rawr. I don't know what we're talking about. We're not from Devon.
No, we're not from here. We're not from Devon at all. That's true. Different set because we thought why not. There is a reason for that.
Because it's Halloween.
Let's be honest. We forgot the equipment, some of it. So this is a special edition. This is what you do.
You need to understand what you think of it. Should we run this all the time?
Yeah, this is what happens when you fuck up. But hey, cool. We're gonna make the most out of it. We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons, and that's what's important. So damn it, we will.
Yes.
Just imagine black gloves.
Yeah, just so Dungeons and Dragons is an imagination, and so is our set. Enjoy it. And don't forget, if you're enjoying the show so far, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us a lot. So please do that. Please don't make me beg you too much.
Please.
So let's play Dungeons and Dragons. Let's play Channel Devonity. So previously on Channel Devonity, it all got a little bit bleak, didn't it?
Did a bit.
It was not that fun.
There's some kind of analogy about frying pans and fire.
Yeah.
Here.
I think that's
Don't
right.
hit yourself over the head with a flaming frying pan.
Yeah,
Good advice.
we got attacked leaving the ship by what we only assume is sort of a Ravager guild.
Scavengers.
Yeah,
Ravagers
so-
works as well.
In which I managed to cut the lines going to the gypsy, hoping that in a small attempt I would save some lives, even though they were dropping quite fast and our ship was being torn in half.
Yeah.
No idea.
No. Managed to get to Skylark.
But unfortunately, it didn't have fuel, because that's what we were going to find.
But
before the
fortunately,
attack.
it did have sails.
Yes. Good work, us.
Yeah.
So that helped a lot. Saved us plummeting through the air quite as quick as we were going to. Then you guys split up into pairs and held the sails down, and I tried to stop us from nosediving into oblivion. After 3 survival rolls, I got us barely close to the ground without embedding us in it. And then
Everything went dark.
Darkness, my friend.
darkness came.
And we have no idea what
We
happened.
have no idea if we survived, or who's dead from the gypsy, or anything really.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys know about as much as we do at this point. So we
big.
might be rolling new character sheets any minute.
Very big fan of watching a ship full of families and people just burning as it falls out of the sky
It's
with about only 3 lifeboats leaving it.
I'm sure
It's a good, honest family day out, I think.
The only saving grace is they've got a lot of water to put the fire out.
Yes,
Yeah,
possibly when they crashed.
It puts itself out.
Yeah.
It self-extinguishes because that's the most precious bit of it.
And if there are any other rust monsters that we did not kill during that battle, they're thoroughly dead now.
Pretty much.
There's always an upside.
So altogether, job well done.
So how much XP did we get for all of those lives lost?
You have gone down a few alignments, by the way.
That's not important.
As long as I'm powerful. As long as I'm strong.
But think of the loot you can find.
When we're playing D&D, the only thing that is important is making the numbers go up. That is the only thing that matters.
Huge body count, I guess.
Souls, we're all about souls and how many we've got.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Strong start.
yeah, so that's where we got to. So let's see what happens.
It sounds very heavenly music, doesn't it?
Did you all bring new character ideas? No.
Oh,
brilliant! Great.
Fortunately,
No, okay.
They're
So,
a rip-off, so I have to think of a new one.
okay. The party wakes up.
Good start.
It doesn't say where.
Or if we're still alive.
with flowing clouds all around. No. Via Toro,
Yes.
you wake up with an absolutely horrible throbbing head and a stinging pain that shoots through the top of your head all the way down your spine. Everything seems dark, even though you now know that you're awake. You open your eyes a little more, and you're forced to blink several times as you raise a hand to shield stinging eyes from the falling sand grains. Trying to push through the sand, you realize that you're buried beneath the very desert sands right now. You can feel the air is fast beginning to dissipate. Pushing your hands further and further into the sand and brushing more of the sand away, you begin to feel something very hard and sturdy. And it's the side of, or the inside interiors of the Skylark.
Okay. Can
What
I?
do you do?
Well, hopefully there's an air pocket is all I'm thinking. And try and get inside. Because if the Skylark's upside down, hopefully there's an air pocket and I can get in there and just sort of not die.
Okay, give me a perception.
There's sand in your eyes. 16 plus... Nah, 24.
Okay, good. Pushing the sand away from your eyes a little bit more each time and trying to start to move, you began to free your body from the massive sand that encapsulated you into a state of almost paralyzation. And you see, just into the far corner of your left, you see a little flicker of light and begin to head towards it. You can feel the air beginning to escape, and a little bit more desperation each time. And eventually you push your hands towards the light and you feel something give as you push through the sand and take a long, agonizing gasp of fresh
Pressure.
desert air.
Okay.
You scan around. You can't see
Anyone
any of
else?
your other compatriots. Fenrir,
Hello.
you too open your eyes and feel that stinking pain running through your spine, aching in your head. And you begin to move and realize that you are buried beneath a massive amount of sand. What do you want to do?
Would I have felt range of dangers, movement, struggle?
Give me a survival.
Survival.
So wisdom.
Let's go for the side of desert colour one.
That will help.
Yeah, it will help.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
Flat numbers. 0.
Oh, cool. 17.
Okay. So as you're moving around the sand, you don't feel any other sort of pulses of movement around you, but your hand does suddenly touch something solid, fleshy.
Oh. Let's squeeze it. Yeah, can you just give a little?
Yeah. Okay. So you give a squeeze, and Normand, you feel something squeezing around the top of your head. Just as you begin to come to, and that same horrible pain is just aching throughout your brain.
I don't know what to do in this situation. I've never been buried alive before. Guess I'm going to panic.
Well, the skeleton did try to pull you under last time.
Okay. So you feel this massive hand over your head, and you can feel the tuft of unwashed and very unkempt.
Right. Can I attempt to shimmy upwards?
Why give me a
Get some
strength
sand off
Grab me by the head and use me as a tool.
Just taking
yeah.
your way out of your body.
Yeah, I do want to keep hold of Norm if possible.
Okay.
Oh, nice. 18.
Okay.
Oh, wait, is that strength? Oh, 20. I'm so strong.
Okay, so you begin to shift and begin to dig your way out of the sand while holding hold of Norman's head, and after a while you pull your hand further down his body and sort of grab part of his tunic and begin to pull him with you. You continue to dig, continue to move forward, when suddenly you gasp out in breath as you feel the sunny rays of the desert touch your skin. The warm grains ripple from your face as you're met with smouldering debris in the not too far distance. And then, as you pull Normand out with you, and who also gets to gasp and feel that warm air down your lungs, you both spot Viatorum also just pulling himself out from the sandy dunes. What do you want to do?
Find more shops and veal. Zeal.
It's a delicious
So, yeah,
meal.
I was going to say, so that's like my side. Okay, so I'm going to be there. Just going through it. I guess we landed.
I guess we did.
Are you two still alive, I'm guessing?
I think so, Ranger.
What about the other two? Moss?
I haven't seen them yet.
Zeal.
Where's Zeal?
I'm going to get my staff, if it's still on me, and poke into the sand, see if I can find
Okay.
a person in there.
Okay. Give me a. Just give me a investigation.
18.
18. Okay, you continue to push your staff in through the sand dunes, and then you feel something fleshy and solid.
I think I got one.
I'm going to
On
dig.
my hands and knees and
All right. Okay.
scrambling through.
Give me a strength.
It would be not a nat one, but a one.
Okay. So as you're digging through the sand, the grains from the either side of the mounds are just sort of falling back
You're
in.
making it
So
worse.
it's not. Yeah, it's not. You as much as you're taking away, you're getting twice as much back in.
Can Fenrir step in and help?
Yeah, go for it.
Do I need to roll a strength check
Yeah,
as
go
well?
for strength as well. Yeah.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay. You get in there and begin to, like, with your huge massive hands, just cup out layer and layer of sand, and eventually you begin to see the purple tuft of fabric that you know that Zeal wears.
Go.
No, they say about guys with big hands.
Grab.
Grab, okay.
Pull.
Okay. You literally
Shake.
reach in and grab him and just pull him out in one fell stride. And as soon as that happens, Zio, you wake up with this horrible throbbing headache and a gasp of air.
I shake him vigorously. Zio, are you alive?
No, I think I'm dead.
Awesome. Strong.
Well, at least we're on the ground, I suppose. There's something.
If we all come out.
Where's
Make a
Mark?
perception test.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually good. 25.
So while this is going on,
I can see it.
and Fenrir steps forward and begins to pull Zio out of the sand, you see strapped to Fenrir by the back, Moss Chops. Who's unconscious at the top.
I turn around and I'm just like,
Like, where's Mark?
Jesus! And I just walk over and I'm like, I check if he's breathing, and then I'm just like digging sand out of like his ears and stuff, and I'm just like, as he's just following him up, I'm like,
Yeah.
just trying to like check he's alive, and then
Okay, give me a medicine test.
oh, medicine.
Oh no, you're digging the sand further in!
Joking into the sand.
24.
Okay.
I'm keeping this dice for
So
the
he's
time.
he's alive.
Yeah.
He's just unconscious right now.
I unstrap him from Fenrir's back.
Okay, so you feel the cords in your back go.
Oh, Moss! Sorry, buddy.
And I tip him
Recovery position.
horizontal,
Yeah.
and then just stop.
Up.
Okay, so Ross,
Burp the goblin.
suddenly your eyes flash open then, and you just begin to cough sand out of your guts at this point.
I just lift him up like this, still in baby form. Just to make you aware, we're all still alive. Barely.
What the hell's happened to him?
And when he's calmed down, I just right here,
Okay.
and then just slowly place him back on the sand.
Reaches a hand into his cloak, grabs his little bear.
But I just turn his hood inside out and the sand just cascades out of it. I'm just like, well, that happened. And then just look around, see what destruction we're in, because the last thing I remember is we were in that skylark and we hit the day.
You scan your eyes over the horizon, and you can see in the far distance, you can see a billow of smoke beginning to. It reaches for the sky, and then as it hits the gorgeous blue and orange hued sky, it just dissipates and fades. But you can see that the smoke is coming from behind. It looks like a very large rocky crevice that's just barely visible. It seems quite timid right now. Looking behind you, you see what looks like the underside of the skylark now poking through from the actual desert dunes themselves, just where you basically pulled yourself out of. And then behind that, you see scattered debris, pieces of engines, of wooden decking, all leading and spilling off across the desert in various locations.
Okay. So
You spot a very small shoe,
small shoe. Okay.
but enough that you think maybe it's a 5-year-old,
A
maybe.
child shoe. Okay. And no obvious sign of like people half buried in the sand, nothing like that.
As far as you can see, you can't see any signs of the two vessels themselves. You can just see lots of debris, lots
So-
of bits and pieces.
The vessel that was hunting us, I can't see either. Not in the sky. But my best estimation is that smoke's the gypsy.
Yeah. Give me a survival test.
Had to die at one point, didn't it? At least it was that one. Nat 1.
You can't seem to get any sort of navigation on where you are or where the ship. You can see the smoke, but you can't figure out exactly where the other ship might be and if this monstrosity of a fortress is still out there or not.
How long do you think we've been out for?
By the time I would have said a fair while.
That's what I was thinking the same.
I think the smoke's the gypsy.
Yeah, I thought that too.
So, we're up shit creek without a paddle.
Even worse than that, my friend, we haven't even got the boat.
Oh shit.
Mormont begins sobbing.
No.
Yes.
Norm.
Or water was like, you just go for a nice ride through the air. And then we get paid to fight some monsters and be big heroes. And then now we're stuck in the desert. Everyone's dead and ships are crashed and there's big evil ship in the sky hunting down little ships. What the hell?
Fenrir, walking over to Norm, puts his hand on both of your shoulders. Everything's gonna be alright. You were a hero up there, and we survived down here. I think we've got a lot more to do.
I can promise you this. Whoever the hell those guys were, they're gonna fucking pay for that. I guarantee you that. I don't know who they are or where we're gonna find them, but I promise you this. We are gonna find them. I'm gonna make sure they pay for what we did here.
Or, counter idea, we run the fuck away.
Only thing is, Moss, I don't know what's that way.
I don't know if you've noticed, we're in a desert. There's not really anywhere to run. My best bet is we go towards that smoke and know something's alive or some things there. Scavenge what we can from the ship, maybe some water. I mean, that's going to be our main concern. We ain't going to last long out here without water. And then,
Upon hearing that, I'm immediately like trying to find the rest of my stuff and praying that pitiful little water bottle that we all got free is intact.
Yeah.
I am praying that we actually have any amount of water.
I was going to say, see how much all of our kit survived.
Okay. So, it's good news and bad news. As you begin to shift through and go through your kit, most of it seems intact. 2 of the water flasks, however, have been ripped and torn by the actual crash, and you can see the last remnants of water dripping from those flasks, which leaves you with, in total, 3 flasks between the 5 of you.
Okay.
Sand up my nose, sand in my ears, sand in my bollocks, fucking everywhere.
Shake the beard. Sand cascading down my tummy. Well, we're in the middle of the desert, and we have 3 almost full bottles of water.
Yes.
This really is the best day, isn't it?
You know what, actually, the idea of making them pay is starting to make more sense now. And the more I think about it, the more fucking angry I am.
well, use that anger to drive us forward because we need to go that way and we need to go now. The longer we hang around here, the worse it's going to get.
Let's go then.
So, let's just get to what's left of the ship and then see where we are. Worst thing, we don't want to be here at night,
Yeah.
especially in the desert.
That's
It's not good.
yeah.
It gets fucking cold and it's going to be even worse.
Right.
How high is the sun?
So you estimate right now it's it's actually 2 suns.
Yeah. How high are the suns?
So you estimate that if you're looking at the time, it's about late afternoon at this point. Well, no, it's about mid-afternoon. So not.
So how long have we been out in the crash?
It was the morning when you fell.
So we've lost 3 hours.
So you've been unconscious for about 3 or 4 hours.
Okay. Can I do a check to see if I know the rough time it would take us to get to the gypsy?
Yeah, sure.
What would you like?
Alright, give me a general survival.
Give you guidance on that as well.
Thank you. Was needed. Oh my god.
Oh man.
No, that is not good. 10.
10. Okay, so looking towards where the smoke is, you estimate that you think it's a couple of miles away.
Okay.
You think maybe you can
Make it by
at a
sundown.
push. Yeah, you could probably get there by sundown at a push.
Okay.
At this point, Zeal, you suddenly jolt forward, and the rest of you just see Zeal collapses to the sands. A vision begins to plague your mind. You see a gathering of airships, large monstrosities, not whole and one but pieced together by bolts and spare metal parts, huge flying fortresses, all humming and working together. Brutish men and women, long strides on one side. Others have strange looking spiked hair that you've never seen before. And they rush towards the debris of the Skylark. You look up and you can see them in the distance. What do you want to do?
Well, turns out that crystal did more than just one vision. They're coming for us. We need to move and we need to move now.
So as you're speaking this, you realise that your friends are around you.
And I was like, oh, where the hell's everyone gone?
You look up and you see these individuals getting closer, and they begin to circle the debris, and as if it felt so natural, you began to float upwards, just floating and floating, as if you were observing not as yourself but as something bodiless. You make out shapes below that resemble your friends, standing surrounded by these brutish men. What do you want to do?
Try and shout out to them at least.
When you shout out, they hear nothing. Or at least they don't appear to hear anything. You look up to the horizon then and you see a billow of smoke which you'd previously seen. And you see it growing closer and closer. And that billow of smoke belongs to a huge fortress belonging to these British men. An airship is getting closer and closer. You peer back down and you see nets, horrible nets, and strange large contraptions that choke you and your friends around your necks. Choking the life from you as you're dragged into the airships against your will. You see cold steel bars over your eyesight then. Then a voice, a female, welcoming voice. It warns you. It sends a great sense of safety over your very soul. That voice merely speaks one word. Run. Then in a sudden blinding flashing light, you appear back in the deserts, surrounded by your companions, who are now looking very, very scared that you just passed out again.
I'm just going to try and stand back up again.
Don't die on us, mate.
No, you don't understand. I've seen it. What's going to happen? We need to move and we need to move now. They're coming for us. It's still where we landed. No time to explain. I'll explain on the way. Let's go.
Yeah,
We need to get somewhere and get out of the way.
Alright, let's go.
I'll just plot the fastest course and then just take us all beeline, straight line.
Okay, give me a
fastest.
survival.
Much better. Your back is my favourite. 19.
Okay. So you quickly begin to navigate. Now, are you trying to navigate towards the smoke that you saw in the distance, or are you trying to navigate away from it?
The smoke you saw in the distance, I believe, was the gypsy. So if I'm heading to something that is the smoke, you don't recognise that smoke as the big ship.
Do I recognise it as the smoke from the ship or?
The vision spoke.
It said run, but it didn't say in what direction, did it?
The vision also said the big billow of smoke in the distance was a huge fortress airship.
Okay, so that smoke we're running to is not
So I'm
good.
running the other way.
That is for you guys to decide.
Okay, so you said there was a mountain range there, didn't you? Like a hilly outcrop.
Yeah.
Is that the highest bit of land?
From what you can see at the moment. So the deserts are hazy, strange places where things can just pop out of nowhere.
Is it high though? Does it look cavernous more than anything? So like it would give us cover?
The rocky outcrop in the distance does look like, yeah. it could
Right,
give
go
you
ahead
cover.
for that then.
Yeah.
If it's the only cover we've got, Zeal is obviously, I'm going to start making towards the smoke and Zeal's going to be like, no.
Wrong way.
Yeah,
Other way.
and then I'm like, right, change of course and I get us into the outcrop as quick as I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you begin to head off into the outcrop. It seems a bit of a way off, but you begin to head there.
And we've got ranger power, we're fine.
Okay, you all begin to I take it you're going to go full stride and try and get as
Yeah.
far away as possible.
Well, the thing is, we don't get the rough terrain penalty because I'm leading. So,
Right, yeah. So you're
Which is-
going to help everyone stride quicker through this
yeah,
desert.
because they're following me, they don't get rough
We
terrain
go where you
penalty.
go,
Yeah, they don't get rough terrain penalty.
Okay. You begin to stride endlessly through the dunes. What starts off as 20 minutes soon becomes 2 hours. And 5 hours.
Along the way, I'm going to explain to them what I saw,
Okay.
so they know.
So, at any point when you're travelling, if there's anything you want to say to each other, you guys just jump in.
Okay.
The sun blisters down on each of you as you take each step past patches of dead grass, dried from the eternal heat. You look behind you in the winding dunes and the sand in the far distance. You can't see the smoke anymore. You have had to share one of the cartons of water though, to maintain your walking pace. And you all do feel extremely parched.
You said there's tufts of grass. It's
Dead tufts of grass, yeah.
completely dead.
Completely dead, just old, dry, dead.
I've
Sun-scorched.
got no, because I know I get scavenging for like going through terrain. I've got nothing. I'm not picking up no
You're not
food,
picking anything.
water, nothing.
Nothing that's fine, no, nothing at all.
Okay.
You look towards you in the front and you see winding dunes of sand in the far distance in front of you as well. And then you see looks like a collection of mountains that you've been trying to follow, this rocky outcrop. And they begin to be growing bigger now.
Okay.
You feel like you're potentially getting closer. Would you continue?
Yeah, I don't see anything untoward like tracks heading that way, or like don't pick up any
Yeah,
like,
give me a
nice
survival.
creatures.
Yeah. You don't reckon that's one of them fucking mirages?
You can have guidance on that as well. So I'm right behind you. D4. Right. What was that, Nostrils?
You don't reckon it's one of them mirages?
23.
The rocks.
Yeah.
I hope not. It's better than what they were going to do to us, that's for sure.
You see, or you make out roughly some tracks, not animal tracks, but
Physical tracks.
physical, humanoid shaped tracks. and it seems like whatever did it may have been a few hours ahead of you.
Okay.
You see a shimmer of red glass in the sky then, which is just marred by flecks of swirling ash, and a screech above you, a horrible squawk. And you look up and you make out the shapes of vultures that are just circling you, waiting patiently for the next meal.
For one of us just to drop. Okay. How long do I think's left on this to get to that rocky outcrop? Because do I have a rough estimate of numbers of the tracks ahead of us?
So rough estimate numbers, it was quite a good roll actually. So I'd say the rough estimate is you think there's probably maybe 4 or 5 people clumped together.
Human?
A humanoid and mix, yeah.
Okay.
One small one, one large one.
We're fucking walking in a circle. I fucking thought this.
How far up? How high up are the vultures?
You're gonna try and take some down. Eat some food.
They're about 40 feet.
40?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I'm taking a shot. Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna look up at them and go,
What are you fucking waiting for, you wankers? I'll fucking have you for dinner instead. Other way round.
have it. That's 16 on the dice plus 7. What's 16 plus 7? A lot?
23.
23. Yeah.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Roll for damage.
6.
Okay. Your arrow pierces one of the vultures. You see it plummet down. Hits right into the stand in a big dust cloud. The other vultures, you see them sort of begin to scatter and drift. Yeah. And they just drift off, scared from the sudden arrow.
See, most flesh and blood life forms are about 70% water. I mean,
Are we?
I don't know, I guess if you eat it, you get water. Is that how it works?
Yes. Yes. Yes, that is well, technically yes, if you don't mind drinking blood.
I don't mind drinking blood.
Oh god. Now we get to add drinking blood to the long list of what makes today so great. I don't think I've ever really been angry before.
What you said? Blood's really good, it's full of vitamins and it's really good for you.
Doesn't mean I just want to do it.
I'm going to use primeval awareness and I'm going to take a minute, kneel down, and I'm going to see if I can sense any favoured enemy within a 5-mile radius.
Okay, and what's your favourite enemy?
Undead.
Okay. You concentrate. And you focus. And you can't sense anything. Nothing undead for 5 miles.
No skeletons, good.
No skeleton's gonna try and take my bones again.
Spooky, scary bastards.
And I feel like those tracks I've noticed are ours. Because we're walking obviously in a
You
circle.
think they might be.
Yeah. Why would we be walking in a circle?
Well,
Unless it was magic, because I shouldn't get lost.
plus the mountains are getting bigger.
But we're spinning.
Mirages don't change shape and size, now do they?
No.
Would someone please explain what a mirage is?
Oh, it's like a optical illusion.
A dream, Norman, when you're awake.
I'm too fed up trying. I'll take your words for it.
Yeah, it's just like it's something that it confuses travellers in the desert. It shows something on the horizon that isn't actually there. But them mountains is getting bigger, which makes me think they're real.
And we've been walking towards it for 2 hours now.
Nearly
But
5.
but somehow we have managed to then just come across our own tracks.
Yes, which is the confusing part, because I shouldn't get lost.
Well, how do we know there's just not other people
Well, yeah, could be other people.
who also coincidentally are?
5 people with the same.
Various sizes.
With one small person.
Can I roll survival to see if I can find my exact
Yeah, go for it.
footprint?
And if you want to do the same.
I think I might as well because I took the scout subclass.
Oh, okay.
So I have a thing.
I got 14.
Proficiency.
14.
14.
My proficiency bonus is double for any ability check. I mean, you use either of them. Okay.
You're just looking at me so angry.
The one reason I play a ranger is the concept
So you don't walk
that
around
I
in
don't
circles.
walk around in circles, and it's annoying me.
I'm going to get my axe out and draw a line across the few lines across the path.
Okay, so
Just do
across the
come across
sand.
it,
So,
13 survival.
so 14, 13, 20. I'd say that's enough as a group effort. So you begin to scour through the boot tracks and looking and trying to find out. And do you know, those tracks, they don't match your boots.
They're not us.
There you go, everything's fine, Ranger.
There you go,
Everything's fine.
David.
Are they heading towards the same mountain range?
They seem to be.
And they're 4 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, we're about 4 hours, yeah.
I would like to follow them, like follow the trace of
Okay.
them to see if we're gaining on them or they're further ahead than us.
Alright, okay.
'Cause
Well,
if
they're
they're-
getting you.
Yeah, because if they're slowing, I'd want to be aware of them
Okay.
slowing before
Yeah.
we.
Yeah.
Bump into them. Yeah.
Okay, alright, okay. Okay, you press on.
Pick
those
up my
dusty dunes.
pick up our meal.
Okay.
Replace. Put my arrow back in my quiver,
Okay.
and it's I realise probably about the same size as me. So
Do you want to take this?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Maybe shoulder.
What a
It
small
looks like a
bird.
rubber chicken on you.
Oh, that's one weird looking bird.
Do we know that there's like desert people where they live in this kind of area? So potentially.
The thing is,
No, you've
No.
never. So this, you know, all of you, this is the first time you've ever,
Well, like rumours
Been
that people said that there is.
wherever you are. This is the first time you've ever been.
Well, heard things that there's possibly people that live out in the desert.
You've heard of groups of people that do live in the deserts, but you've never met them, nor do you know.
Well, I'm just kind of guessing that could be who we've come across. Some of the locals.
Yeah, there's a possibility.
Maybe it's just the path they're taking. And hopefully there might be a settlement. That's. It's our best bet, I think. Following for now.
at the minute, I'm just playing for cover.
Surely today can't get any
Well,
more terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Travel will be good before it gets dark. It's going to get cold as well, so that's not good.
I'm so excited for when we make it to the cliff and we find out that they're cannibals.
The wind begins to howl then, flowing like a torrent of rushing water, pressing you deeper into the unknown as you put your boots up and begin to walk once more across the dunes. The air becomes arid and a heavy dust twisted around you as you continued on your trek. Your skin begins to feel blistered, your feet heavy as you press on towards the mountain. Moss chops, do me a perception test.
That's a 9.
As you're all walking and scanning around the endless horizons and dune drifts, you narrow your gaze then, and you see like a trailing plant in the middle of a desert. It's seemingly sprouting from desert sands by itself. and you see little tiny vines. And on the end of those vines there looks like a few watermelons. And they look ripe. And you can see that the stem of the plant runs deep down beneath the sand.
Are you seeing that? Can anyone else see it?
Give me an intelligence roll.
That 20. Know all about the desert plants. Literally just read a book on it.
19.
19.
18.
Please be
I'm
17.
not even good at intelligence. What do you take that?
6.
Good.
I've never seen a melon in my life.
Right, so
What's that?
Come here.
Fenris, Normand, and Zeal. You see the exact same thing as moss chops. It looks ripe, ready, delicious, nutritious.
I've never been untrustworthy of a melon before. But I feel untrustworthy about this melon.
Yeah, I was just about to
What
say,
do I know?
that's a trap.
Everyone,
Yeah.
just step back a little. This is the most unlucky day of my life, and I'm not running risks on it, so I'll just use the fucking floating hand spell.
Let's back up. Far away.
Everyone back
Gonna bring up
away from the melon.
You can see the watermelon rippling in the sunlight.
It's a haze.
Mage hand it anyway, see what happens.
It is a mirage.
It's a mirage.
And I just simply turn and I'm like, Norman, the thing we were talking about earlier,
That's what.
that's a mirage.
Oh, great. Oh, okay. Shoot the mage hand at it anyway. Just see it go.
Okay, so as the mage hand heads towards it,
Fuck. That's never a good sign.
Why is the watermelon
Why is the
rolling?
watermelon
it takes 2 points of poison damage.
Mage hand?
They can.
Yeah,
Well, then it just stops existing.
yeah, it just evaporates. So as it heads towards it, it goes.
Well, that's not about to fucking happen.
Your eyes begin to focus, and you can see the mirage shimmering, and then you see a huge cactus plant with its thorns.
Ah,
It lures people in.
what a cheeky plant.
How close is it?
So this is 60, 70 feet away.
Is it moving towards it?
No, it looks like an actual proper
Just
static
a cactus.
cactus.
Alright, so it just defends itself when somebody approaches.
Poison
It's
spikes.
a cactus.
Right.
And the mage hand flew into the cactus.
Oh, right, it hit the cactus.
Yeah, that's why it dissipated into damage.
We were seeing what we wanted to see.
Because we're so fucking thirsty.
Cactuses are full of water.
Yep.
But that one's poison, isn't it?
Well, the
The
quills might be
spice,
poison.
mate. The water might not be.
Technically, I don't know it's poisonous.
Do I know?
The Vescan sand dune cactus. Yes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the actual liquids in the cactus themselves are poisonous deadly. You don't want to touch them.
We don't want to drink that cactus.
Yes, I think it's best if we avoid it. Last time someone ate one, they died.
Oh.
So,
Right, moving on.
Alright,
Nothing to see here.
yeah, and then
I'm glad I was sceptical about that
how
melon.
far are we off of those rocks?
So those rocks are beginning to become closer and closer now. You still think maybe you've got another 4 or 5 hours to go though.
Another 4 or 5 hours.
Bloody hell.
Holy shit.
Gonna
You
look
can see
around.
the 2 twin suns are beginning to
Okay.
lower.
I'm gonna look around at my companions, and I'm assuming Norm looks the most thirsty. And
Well, I'd say right now he looks. Yeah, he does.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Is that perhaps right?
Where is my brand deal?
Is that my quenching Panzer?
I'm going to where Fenrir is carrying the vulture.
Got a vulture on my back.
Okay, I'm going to assume that the head is like flopping down
Yeah.
down your back. I'm going to grab the head while he's walking and pluck out the eyes. I'm going to scamper over to Norm and go, eat these, Norm. Full of liquid. You'll feel feel better.
Trust me, Norman, on a bad day it can always get worse.
You feel slightly refreshed. It did quench some of your thirst. It felt a little bit gross.
From Babushka, I thought, oh, this is the best place to start a new life. Oh, nothing wrong could go here, I thought. I was eating the eyes of a bird.
Just realised I've given him enough moisture to keep running his fucking mouth. No.
Can I predict
For riot.
what? How long of sunlight we have left?
So you think roughly you've got around about 4 hours of
So
sunlight.
I reckon
grind on.
we are touch and go if we're going to hit this
Pushing
rock
it.
beforehand.
If you
Pace.
feel like if you all press on and do double time,
Well, we can do double time and they still won't get disadvantage. But
you'll need the water.
yeah, we'll have to use it.
So you can use that water, like all of it, like the 2 cartons you've got, but you can get there within 2 hours if you press on.
I would rather take the point
Yeah,
of exhaustion and then have a beat
Yeah.
than just save water.
I think. Yeah.
Push on, take the exhaustion.
Yeah. Push on. Just take the point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
I think from a purely.
So even though with your ranger thing, so the Vivescan deserts are a little bit different, or a little bit more, because it's the twin suns as well, the torridness and the heat, just so you can press on and you don't get the penalties of the land, but yeah, the exhaustion is going to set in.
Yeah. I think we're just going to have to do it because
You need to get out there.
from a simply survival point of view,
Can't be in the middle of the desert at night.
no, we can't be in the middle of the desert with no water. Which then brings me to a slightly off subject. Fog cloud. Is it actually fog or no, or is it just magic? Because it isn't wet, is it?
You can't cast fog cloud to try and then condense it, to try and then drink it.
It's a nice thought.
Why? Does nobody have create water?
I think
Right.
really useful.
That'd be literally amazing.
That would be
Yeah.
the best goddamn
Once
spells I
again,
have right now.
being a ranger, I would have thought I'd be able to find something.
Mm-hmm.
Turns
Maybe
out,
we will if we get to these.
If
Oh,
there
yeah.
is any life anywhere in this place, it's gonna be on the rocks.
yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully, it won't also be poisonous.
So, yeah, we're gonna go for that.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, you move on. You set each heavy foot now, one after the other, as your legs grow tireder and tireder. And you hear the high-pitched squawking of something in the distance. It catches you by surprise, though the sound seems to be a very long way off. It does make you wonder just how far this desert stretches out, though. You continue to walk, and another 2 hours goes by. The idle chatter between you goes and then dissipates. And there's silence, but you continue to move on. You feel parched, your lips growing drier, and your forehead sunburnt. And that howling wind washes over you again, spilling grains of sand into the air. And you bring your hand up and you shield your eyes. And you realise that wind is beginning to intensify. Before you even have a chance to act,
Oh,
a
great.
sandstorm just washes over you all. That thunderous storm, it just begins to send shock waves towards you. Like pulses. As it's coming, in the direction that you're heading in, it's just...
Are we still single file?
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on all of us, which basically puts coloured light around each of his outlines, and so we should be able to leave each other.
Okay, so you cast fairy lights and
Fairy Fire, yeah.
you see, each of you can see
As long as we stay in
this
20 foot keys of each
glow.
other, we can't lose each other.
And you are in still single file. If that's how you've been travelling, then yeah, you've been in single file so far. I need each of you to give me a strength check.
strength.
Yes, please. So it will be a athletics.
Oh, I
Being athletics.
Yes.
Athletics, my favourite.
16 because of my -2.
18.
18.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Normal scale, doesn't it?
3. Chris.
That just
3.
I'm so I'm so, oh, I'm so sorry. So, where are you in the line? Like, are you in the centre, the back?
I guess since I've pinned it, I'm at the back.
Well, no.
Dying.
I was Moss Chops was staying behind him so he could keep an eye on him.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're stretching forward in this horrible thunderstorm and this huge pulses of thunderous waves, you each sort of push your feet in and get your footing as each torrent just whips through you. And then just in front of you, Moss Chops, you see Norman suddenly goes down, falls down his ass, and gets pushed into the deserts. He's like literally right in front of you, though.
Yeah.
You're able to put your hands out and just grab him.
Yeah.
And you are using your staff to keep yourself upright, but you are like barely standing.
And I'll shout forward.
hold up! Norm's having problems.
And we're going to literally the only thing I can do is stop this, because if we lose a party member, we're
Yeah.
fucking toast. To put it bluntly. So yeah, but we just wait for Norm.
Okay, so you wait a few minutes to get your footing, and you just push your staff into the sand, pull yourself back up, narrow your eyes and shield them from the sand and there's horrible little grains that are just smashing against your skin, and you begin to march on. The sandstorm just begins to intensify, and you look back and you can see that it's beginning to mask your route. You can't make out anything in the front or behind, seemingly, other than the glowing colours from fairy fire, but seemingly each of you just begins to fade into the storm, and you just begin to feel alone apart from the glowing hum of colour that's in front of you. Everything's so dark.
How many shields have we got between us?
Just you.
Half a
Fenrir's
shield?
got one. You've got half of one.
One and a half at the minute.
1.5.
I'm guessing that's what we're doing anyway, just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Right,
going to
so-
say if me and Zeal can kind of.
I was going to say
Come
I got my
together
hat, my adventuring hat.
Yeah!
Down.
Yeah, your fishing hat.
Bandana up.
Yeah,
And-
my hat, like, over like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only thing, well, they can see me, can't they? So each person can see the person in front of them.
Yeah.
Because of fairy fire.
Yeah.
So I know the plot
Yeah.
the course I've plotted. The only thing I'm going to do is just keep trudging, and then if someone falls, we stop and we just keep going, because it's the only thing I can do. We've made the decision to save the water, and the only safe place I've seen is in those mountains, so that's what we're going to have to do.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. So you focus, and you begin to continue to press forward. And press forward and press forward. And then you narrow your eyes. Fenrir and Zeal with your shields, shielding the other party members. It creates just enough of a, even though it's all the torrid and the sands is coming flowing towards you, it creates just enough of a kind of gap between the torrid, and you're already at the front of us anyway, but when your eyes are accustomed, you can see just to the trained eye and the untrained eye, you can see a narrow crevice between the rocks beginning to appear only 300 feet away from you now. You glance up and see the towering rocky crevices that they're now jutting out like old, long, resting behemoths of myth. Very imposing natural formation, and you feel like you finally made it to this mountainous area. You can tell the elements that have aged and chiseled the beige outcrop of rocks with some godlike force. But that little crevice This is like an overhang at the moment. It looks like a perfect shelter from this storm.
Okay. Is Seal behind me?
Yeah, so you are
So
in front leading this.
what order are you behind me?
Yeah.
Fenrir's behind you.
I'm guessing we got like shield on other sides of that.
Okay. Now we're approaching. I'm going to put my arm back to you and tell you to kill the fairy light.
It's already off now.
And then all of us just hold on to each other, and then I'll lead us in, because if anything is waiting up there, us turning up lit up,
Nicely outlined.
it's gonna be a meal ticket. So I'm just gonna get us to it,
Okay.
and then go from there. Really.
Okay, so you get to the crevice, you kill the fairy lights, and each of you in turn hunkers down, and you're shielded from the lashing winds that just continue to bombard the crevice. And you begin to feel like you're resting your sun-blistered skin and your weary feet. Give me a survival.
For all of us, or just.
No, just as Viatora was in front.
I get a
Well, that was fun. Not. At least we're out of that storm for a bit.
It's character building, isn't it?
19.
Okay, so
Kind of.
where you guys are shielded right in the crevice, you spot, literally not very far from your location, just slightly north, you spot a small open, like an opening, like potentially a cavern or a cave. It's just jutting out like just a slight little rocky outcrop. And from what you can discern, that's probably going to be better to rest in from this sandstorm, at least until it's gone. Yeah, the sandstorm didn't look like it's going to break anytime soon.
So how far away is it from us?
Literally a couple of hundred feet.
Okay. Yeah, whereas we're all huddled together, I'm gonna just be like, I've seen a cave, and the chances are that this isn't going to pass. So I know all of us, like I am, are weary. I think the cave's going to be a better option, but as you guys know, I don't know what's going to be in there. So
It's better than being out here, so let's just go for
So
it.
when we get in there,
Get ourselves ready.
be
Just in
prepared
case.
in case, but I think as options go, we're limited.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
Yep. I trust you, Ranger.
So I'm at home in the caves. I'll be alright.
So yeah, just single file again, I'll lead.
I'll get my axe out ready just in case I'm chilled. Ready to go.
Draw my
The good
bow.
thing about using a staff to save your life while you're trudging through the sand is you've already got it in your hand just in case you now have to get into a fight. Just another day. Just another day. I'm stealing your cash, right?
Well, you begin to head off towards that cavern, and one by one you slip into the mouth of the cave. It's very dark in there. Do you light a torch or?
No.
Well, I've got dark vision.
No, yeah, I've got
So
that.
have I.
I think we've all got dark vision, haven't we?
Right.
Apart from Norman. What can we see in there?
Well, we can now because I've already used it once today.
I'm gonna go up to Norman.
No, don't be alarmed. I'm just gonna tie this around your waist. Just stay with me, alright?
And I'm gonna lead him with the rope
Okay.
in my pack so he doesn't get lost or separated from us.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you just you step into the cavern.
The current will just hold hands.
I could.
That leaves you with your hands free.
As you step into the cavern, the sandstorm subdues. Well, not from the outside, but you can no longer hear it whistling and howling over your skin. You finally feel sheltered from the sandstorm that mired your travels previously. Looking with your dark vision, you can see your immediate surroundings. It's a dusty, untouched cave. There doesn't seem to be anything in there. Thick Damp air clouded all of your lungs as your eyes flashed across the cavern walls. Rock formations chiseled and etched from centuries of use. You can only imagine the stories these walls could tell if they could speak. A rock fell in the distance then, and it signalled another barrage of a sandstorm outside. As specks of dust begin to spill just into the cavern entrance, and you move forward a little bit more. As you are leading the way, give me another survival test.
Might do one where it didn't go on top of dice. 19.
You knelt down.
The Exorcist.
Sounds like the zombies intro.
Suddenly, Mike Myers appears.
And you ran your hands over the sand and carved your fingertips over several boot prints. This cavern looks to have been used on a fairly semi-regular basis by a wide variety of people.
Okay.
Some small, some large, some medium. And you continue to cast your eyes over the trail, and you see it runs from the entrance of the cavern where you came into and reaches further back, right at the back of the cavern. You're sure that this heavy usage, this indicates some sort of a regular route for travellers, or maybe locals at least.
Okay.
What do you want to do? So you just see these tracks just disappearing off into the distance, even with your dark vision.
You can't see any further.
Maybe a short rest.
I was going to say, we have options. This is a well-travelled route, seemingly. But I don't know how many of you want to proceed, or rest, or gather yourselves, because I don't know what's down the end here. We could meet friend or foe. There could be ravagers, or there could be villagers. At this point, I'm unaware. So I put it up to the group, to the voting.
How about we have a rest and I cook us up that nice vulture?
True. I'm not sure if fire is going to be a wise idea.
So, looking at this, you know from the sandstorm and how. So the cavern itself will shield you, but the sandstorm's so intense still that an attempt to make a fire will just blow it out.
Right.
So where you're shielded from the intensity of it, you're not.
We've
You're
still
not
got rations though, haven't we?
You got rations.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think 5 lots of jerky is going to be it for this evening.
Oh, nice dry jerky.
So so you know that the suns were lowering as you walked through the cavern. You're now getting to evening. You know that the steps, this trail leads further on, or you can attempt to rest where you are. You do know that with the heavy storm at the moment, if that continues, it is going to create a restless sleep.
How far is the cave gate? Because I've got standard, what, was it 60 feet dark version?
I got 300.
We've got 300.
What?
I asked Seal to take a look down the cave.
Okay, Zeal, take a look.
I see the other end.
Give me
I see everything.
give me a survival.
That's not good.
Just starts clicking like sonar.
That is 11.
You so you glance further than your elf friend can see,
Deeper.
and you see the cavern. It kind of just pivots up into almost chasm-like scenario at the top, cavernous roof, and then there's just a jutting of wall So it looks like it's just a very huge, large, spherical cavern. At least that's all you can see.
I would tell that and say, well, it gets bigger, that's for sure.
At what point does it get larger?
About 200 feet away.
About 200 feet away, it then gets larger.
Well, no, so where you're on the entrance, about 200 feet, yeah, then it begins to
right
open
And
up.
it opens right up.
One thing you do see in the distance, so where this cavern just stops, you see it looks like a little glimmer of something.
Well, there's definitely something in there. I suggest perhaps we move on quietly and then see what we can see.
Well, yes. There is one person that would probably be better than the rest of us to go in ahead.
Yes.
Say no more. Off you go, Numb.
I was actually
That was a joke.
I was actually thinking I'll climb up round. I think we try and proceed, and me and Moss take advance, Seal with us for his vision. You and Norm behind.
Fenrir, if you would be so kind as to take my lead, so that I am not completely lost.
Yeah, no problem.
Because apparently some people can see in the dark and I'm just an extreme minority.
I can make you see in the dark, just I might need to have a bit of a rest before I can do it.
And the thing is that we're all quite weird and you're just normal.
Yeah, just a normal man.
Just a very, very normal guy.
normal man.
And this regard definitely seems to be the case. Shall we?
Yes. So, stealth.
Okay, each of you give me a stealth roll. If you're going forward,
Yeah.
don't worry about if you're staying where you are. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we stayed
Natural
back.
20.
Oh, we stayed back. Safe back.
Pretty hard to
18.
sneak ahead when you're not only wearing chain armour but are also towing along a large fat man.
Stealthy.
You can stay slightly behind us.
Yeah.
Okay, the three of you head off into the further reaches of the cavern, and you can see just ahead. So where the cavern just suddenly comes to a stop, you come across a very small gap, but it looks like you could squeeze through it.
So,
Okay. Sounded like a child crying. It's fine.
that's the ferret.
Fine.
No, that's my soul.
Those parental instincts are really kicking in.
Yeah.
It's a small gap going forward.
Yeah.
Well, we have one very small creature.
But that small gap, you estimate that you think you could fit through.
Or
Even our large companion.
They potentially could get through.
It's fine, I'll
Be a
Just
squeeze.
had to breathe in.
cast grease on us.
Please don't throw up on me.
Slip straight through.
But it's necessary.
Well, yeah, the three of us are going to have to press on to see what's the other side.
oh, keep him
Okay,
back.
so
and then
you like glancing through the gap, or you just heading into the gap?
gap, yeah, not going to be like,
I'm
just in
gonna
case
close my
I
eyes
turn
and
up
walk
in
through.
some dragon's lounge. Sorry, just headed in the sky, just back out through the wall. Yeah, some dragon's lounge.
I'm your entertainment for the night.
Dinner and a show, excellent. Yeah,
You're not the one I was looking for.
You can do your casual walk out of there.
yeah, just do like. You just hear just another day as I'm crawling back up. Just another day. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So you glance through the gap, and you can see a further cavern tunnel that twists into the distance. If anything, you think that beyond this gap would offer you more shelter from the raging sandstorm and the sand trails you can see drifting and spilling into the mouth of the cavern where you are at the moment. are choking your lungs somewhat, so you think that's going to be a problem trying to sleep. But beyond that gap, you feel like that would be a good place to stop.
Push through.
Yeah.
Yeah, signal to the others going, it's safe, carry on.
We're going to have to, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, Norm.
Okay, so you begin to get through the gap.
I'm trying to squish
Fenrir.
Norm in through the gap.
Yeah.
you have to go first. You have to go first because I can't see.
You've got to pull him through.
To squeeze me through then.
Come on, Fenrir.
give me a
Pull
strength. Give me a
them
strength test.
Your strength first.
Ooh, nice roll.
Oh, nice. Is that 21?
21.
Okay, so you manage you basically squeeze yourself and force your way through the gap, and then you begin to pull the rope, and you see Norman just go, and then you take one big massive pull of the rope, and you hear him go, as he just gets pulled through that gap. It's just like very comical, like a cartoon, like, and you just like literally slot right through the gap.
Nice.
I have been born.
It was glorious.
You right yourself and dust yourself off now, and you can now see that this cabin stretches out and continues down what now looks like an actual well-travelled path. You begin to step through and travel down that route, and you scan the walls and rough and covered in stalagmites and stalactites, and this tunnel continues to stretch on.
Now will be the time for a rest.
You want to press on? Or
See
not?
what's
Yeah,
for a
it's
bit.
up to you guys.
How far can you see? 300 feet. What does he see?
Just a tunnel.
Just a tunnel. 300 feet of tunnel.
Yeah.
I put it to the group. Well, our options are we press on because it's cold and we can rest during the day and we see where this tunnel leads, or we rest here and then once we've gained some more strength we press on.
You are still in the darkness at this point.
Okay, look, I might not be the best person to listen to because A, cannot see what is happening, and B, I am not exactly a wilderness loving person at this rate. But if you're saying that ahead of us is just tunnel, then that means there is more tunnel, and then God knows what. But right here, we have all of ahead of us in sight, and really, take it from me, a really difficult gap to get through. So we should rest here, just in case down there is just as bad as the rest of today has been.
I agree with Norm. Maybe now's the time to cook up that nice vulture that you were talking about.
Plus, I'm fucking knackered.
Ah,
Yes. Yes, I think we do that then.
it's almost like we're almost died today.
Okay.
Let's cook some vulture.
Okay.
I'm guessing someone lives down there, or someone already travels this way somewhere or other. Hopefully somewhere down the line there is some sort of settlement or something, but yeah, for now we seem pretty banged up. Let's just get ourselves about ourselves and make a push in the morning.
I'm going to take my meditation in 2 stints, so like 2-hour chunks,
Okay.
just because that way.
So you guys attempting to rest for a long time. So, can you give me a rough idea of who will keep watch? I know that you said you do 2 hours meditation, but
I'll do 2 hours and then stay awake, and then do 2 hours, like come to the end of it, so then we'll just go from there.
okay.
Because I haven't really got to regain anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of in alright condition as well, so I'll take a keeping lookout stint.
Okay.
And I'll like take last watch or whatever.
So you begin to unroll your bedrolls, push and wipe away all the sand grains from the storm and endurance. And after a while of some tent and flender that some of you are carrying, you begin to get a fire, just burning politely, and eventually you just begin to
roast
cook and roast that butcher. You're all sat around the campfire now. This is like one of the first times since this voyage began that you've really actually had time to be in each other's company properly without other people around you.
Perfect. Music change.
Yeah. Oh,
And you begin to look at each other, and a little glimmer of hope begins to fill. You think you've made it this far.
Yeah.
You've got through an airship. You've plummeted to the ground. Yeah, this isn't quite the adventure that you thought it was going to be. But you've got each other.
It's an adventure nonetheless.
I've almost died 4 times today.
No, Norm. I think you've done remarkably well for
Yes.
an average chap taking a jaunt. It's pretty impressive. And don't worry, adventures aren't always going to be doom and gloom all the time. This is one of the low bits, but it's character building. I won't worry about it.
While you are talking, I am getting into my bedroll. Pulling it over,
Cocooning yourself.
cocooning myself, hugging my staff up wide-eyed, just like. It will end soon.
Zeal. We've been a little bit preoccupied for the past 24 hours, in case you haven't noticed, but I found this back before we fell out of the sky, and I think this would be more suited to you.
I'm not Zeal.
No, but you do have hands.
That's true.
The German that's satisfying you under the table.
Not to be funny, I ain't one for much for daggers, but our little goblin friend there might well be.
And you pass the dagger.
Just because I could just walk over, but it's funnier.
Yeah.
Pass him around the cave. Pass him around the cave.
Anyone want a dagger?
Thank you, dragon.
Because it's just
I
Yeah,
use
it's like,
mage
what?
hands to have it float over me.
it's just a bronze dragon. Just is like,
Yes, no worries, thank you.
There you go, Moss.
Thank you for the thought.
It's alright, too. I thought you'd like this one, Moss. It's pretty shiny.
It is bloody shiny. It's really nice.
You like
thank
shiny things?
I do like shiny things.
Just as I thought you'd like this, Moss. Here goes you.
Yeah.
Shiny dagger, shiny gun, shiny pocket watch.
Speaking of, actually, now while you okay, so yeah, you might want to pass these over to Moss Jobs.
Oh, thank you.
There's a little hoard of collections
I was
there.
going to say,
All these shinies.
He has actually played a stereotypical goblin,
I would like,
hoarding everything.
Not meaning to, by
just in this
Purely by
downtime,
accident.
I'm still going to work on becoming proficient.
Okay. Okay, so you begin to you take more note of your
Take the
Oh,
sand
man.
and clean it, check
Yep.
the breach, everything's
I
good.
used up all my achievement slots.
Already?
Yeah.
You've used up all your what, sorry?
I only have 3 attunement slots. I've already got 1 in there, and now I have three babies, where I have to make a Sophie's choice. Well, that one's
tries to
staying.
save her sister from cancer.
That
Is that
is
Sophie's
that's
choice?
staying.
Not be funny, but shall we?
One of them's got to go.
I think the dagger. Does it say it needs to be attuned? Does it?
The dagger requires attunement.
Oh, it does. So there you go then. Yep. So that's your problem.
What suits you better?
Shall we do a bit of a check of what everyone's got here, just to make sure that
Yeah.
Do you know what?
we know what we've got? We can plan ahead a bit here and see.
I mean, this thing's really nice and shiny and all, but I ain't got a fucking clue how to use it. And you seem to be quite a dab hand at these boomsticks, so how about you have that?
Well, thank you, Moss.
Or do you want me to pass it to Norman?
Shiny
And then pass it back.
A shiny small pistol, splendid.
Wait.
Messing with it.
Wait, no, I want that. You can have the dagger.
Range. Relay 1 medium, 1 handed, 2 missile. Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Two guns, two guns,
Two
two
guns,
guns, two
two
guns.
So that's a pistol.
Yes.
Just going.
So you've got a rifle and a pistol.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I've only given him that so you can pick it apart.
It's not a rifle. Stop it.
Pew pew pew.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I'm guessing, yeah, we'll just pull the resources and see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, seriously. If we need money for anything as well, it might be worth seeing what we've all got each.
Well,
I mean, we don't know who we're going to meet, but
we did get that treasure from that ship.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
we've got that.
bunch.
We've got quite a lot from that. I've got some money on me previously.
I've got a little bit. So we've got stuff to trade with if we need to get some water and food.
We've got rations.
Just happen in case we come across any people that live around this area that want
The
anything.
one thing we are desperate for is water.
Well, hopefully whoever these folks are pulling the tracks might have what we want.
Can you get water from the stalactites?
Might be able to.
Can I
If
try?
it's cold enough, I suppose.
Yeah, is it cold in here?
Guess it's
Not in
evening
this
now.
part where you are at the moment because you've just come in, but you feel
Can
it
I-
pressing on a bit further. You reckon?
Can I hear it touching the ground?
You can hear a few drips in the distance.
Can I? Right. I think we cock.
You think we cock?
You okay, Ranger?
No, I'm understanding the principle of would I know that this is only something that happens during the day during the night because of the equalisation of temperature from inside to outside. Because water would only appear in the cave at night time.
Late Jeff, probably. Yeah.
So
Meanwhile, on the low wisdom
Nat 20,
side-
I know everything about condensation to
Caves! I've been in loads of caves!
So you
Caves, love them.
I was born in the caves! You maybe adopted it!
We adopted the caves. I was born in them.
So yeah, you know that the nighttime is the best time. That by the day, the chances of the water still dripping are very slim. But you want
I've got that canister's tiny.
canisters enough, yeah. So the canister
Just
you
anything
have,
we can get that can
Yeah,
cut
because I have
underneath of a shield, for instance. to catch
I have
water.
some empty vials.
yeah.
You know.
Gather up anything
Yeah,
we've
I was going to
got.
say I'm just going.
Underneath of a shield could probably be catch load water.
I have an idea. Have we checked to see if we could put all the water in one flask?
Because those flasks
Are they-
actually
they
they're
are
big, but they have one mouthful of water in, don't they? Yeah, I'm just going to see how much water I can get with my Nat 20.
Okay.
Now I have a question for the DM.
Yes.
Can I roll survival
Yes.
to see if Normand knows that you can, in an emergency, drink your own piss?
Of course. Yes.
Because I think that's about the extent of the wisdom I can provide with my incredible +2 over here.
Not that desperate, is it?
No, you don't know.
I know that it's not water coming out of me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
One time I tried to help.
So yeah, I'll get my underneath my shield because it's a circular shield. This might catch some water. I mean,
Just
it's not much
you-
use for much
you-
else at the moment.
Anything that you have.
okay.
that-
So you disappear off into the distance, probably about 150 feet until you can get closer to those dripping stalagmites and stalactites, and you begin to gather what you can.
This is
How long are you
overnight, I
putting
suppose.
towards this?
Well, realistically, I don't need to rest.
Okay.
You can rest there, can't you? While you're waiting for
Well, yeah,
the
literally, I'm gonna just. I don't need any rest. I'm.
Okay, I'll say
Well,
that you.
I tell a lie. Actually, I do need to rest because I need to regain hit points.
So, how long do you want to put towards this?
Well, you only need like
4 hours.
4 hours of meditation.
4 hours of meditation is full, so I can meditate while the water's filling.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 2, walk around, check nothing's fallen over, check nothing's full.
decant it into
Yeah,
whatever.
I might just decant it into the big shield. Just all the spare water goes in the shield, then refill
And then we can refill from
and
that.
then we can refill from that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I would say that you spending that amount of time, if you spend, what you just about 4 hours in total, you'll be able to fill everyone's flask.
Very nice. Well done.
Awesome sauce.
And you'll also have enough left over to have some fresh cavern water to drink in the morning.
Okay.
Ideal.
Very nice.
Yep.
Well, that saves us for now. At least.
I'm guessing while you're doing that, the rest of us
Just
plan out
rest.
our sleeping patterns.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, while you're off doing that,
We'll get eaten by a spider.
You come back, I've got them.
This is a cave.
The spider's like,
You said. Well, thank you.
thank you.
Edmund is emaciated and dry.
I just drank from him.
so while Viatorum heads off into the distance to gather some water, the rest of you chow down on the onto the vulture you've cooked, and
To perfection.
it's not your usual banquet feast, but for what you need out here, it's saving your life right now. And there's enough to go around, enough to sustain each of you enough that
Nice
you'll
and stringy,
through.
just how I like it.
Stringy.
I'm just gonna eat it.
Eventually, you one by one begin to decide to head to sleep. Those of you, and who said they will take first watch? You're out doing the water at the moment still, so who will take first watch?
I'll take first watch. Fenrir's probably going to want to try and buff out some of the damage on his armour from that sandstorm as well. He will not be happy about that.
I can smell the brass out.
Got the jar of brass out.
Okay, so you begin to keep watch, and the other three of you hunker down, sleep.
Sleep.
Okay.
A chance to dream.
So, if there's any one of you that wants to have a conversation with Fenrir, then while he's keeping watch is the time to do it. Otherwise, sleep.
I'm far too tired.
This moss chops is literally just gonna be like, I'm just gonna try and catch some.
I'll stay up for a bit with him,
Okay.
so he's not completely alone.
Okay, so while you're both up, most of this watch has been quite calm, apart from the occasional stones that you hear scattered about in the deep distance. Sometimes you wonder if it's Viatorum heading back, and after looking and expecting no sign of him yet, you follow the trail of smoke from your campfire, and you see the last glowing embers spill out into its final heave as the glow just dies down in the night. Percy, give me a perception roll.
That's crap.
Okay, I am. Thank you. Oh, 15.
6.
Oh, flat 0. Nice.
Yeah.
So,
I was tired of my fault.
Okay, so yeah, you feel quite tired, and your eyes are slowly growing heavy, and the day's trek is really weighing upon you.
because you're proficient.
But Fenrir, you catch sight of something glowing in the distance. You squint your eyes, and you kind of make out a long-bodied creature.
Oh goodness.
It's about an arm's length,
That's alright. You squish that with the hammer.
And you see 100 tiny legs working as it crawls over the rocky side of a cavern.
Oh goodness.
Awesome.
And it creeps up to the top of the hollowed out roof before disappearing in and out of the chiseled stone. It's then that you catch sight.
The gun.
Above you, you see more and more of these arm-length creatures, these caterpillar type things, just high above your head, glowing a faint blue, enough to cast light down on your cheeks below.
Pretty.
You sort of prod Zeal motion up. They don't seem aggressive,
But they are.
and it
really
looks
active.
it looks like a blue glowing river, just waves just at
Okay.
the top of the roof,
Well,
Just-
that's certainly a sight.
very calmly coursing
Never seen
overhead.
anything like that in my life.
Well, I don't think they're going to hurt us as long as we don't hurt them. Or at least I hope.
You hear gunpowder being poured down the top of the mask. that cascading noise. Not today, motherfucker.
Bloody good shot.
Can I randomly just do a nature check? Just
Yeah,
to
of course.
Figure out what the fuck it is.
I think it's a caterpillar.
15.
Blue centipede.
So you know these are they're called sun drenchers. So they're not violent. They're not nasty. You know that they are very caterpillar and centipede-ish. They head out into the sun and they absorb all the heat. And at night it emanates this soft blue glow when they're in the caverns where they come to cool down.
Beautiful.
I'll say to February, we don't need to worry about them. They're just doing the same as us. Trying to find somewhere to hunker down for the night.
Has anyone ever had one as a pet?
Not that I know of, but like I said,
They're kind of cute.
we should leave them be, and they'll leave us be.
Yeah. I don't want the ranger to fall out with me.
Shoot your pet.
Bloody hell.
Look, Victoria, look! He's a good boy!
It's freaking hell.
What
Just
do
out
you
of curiosity, the way Fenrir's speaking, do I recognise that he's from Mosquera, like accent-wise or something like that?
Oh, what do you recognise the sort of accent?
Or the way he looks as well, I'm just kind of thinking, you're not from Raduska kind of thing. We haven't really had that conversation, have we?
Yeah, no. Yeah, do you know? Yes, from the way that it's built and the
It's just built different.
the
He is built
features and the accent. Yeah,
We're bigger up there.
you do know that you have an inkling that perhaps he is from Nodskura.
So I'll just go. So, what exactly brings you to Pavuska? I mean, you're not really from around here, are you?
No, I'm not. In fact, I think I might now hold the record for being the furthest away from home that anyone from my village has ever been. And at this rate, I don't know if I'll ever go back. I came out here to find adventure, to find information, to find technology, to learn new things, maybe to bring back to my village, to open their eyes to the world a bit.
Yeah, I've heard Norskurians are kind of cute to themselves. They don't
Yeah.
particularly like, well, my people, for sure.
We're a traditional folk,
Yeah.
shall we say, and eyebrows were raised at the idea of me leaving in the first place. But I think that everything I've survived so far has made me stronger. I think meeting new people is a very good idea, and hopefully all of these good encounters I can maybe one day take home with me and encourage my village and my people to maybe open their eyes and their hearts to all the amazing things that are out here in this world, including all the things that are trying to kill me.
Well, that's certainly a noble goal, I'll give you that.
And what about you, Zeal? What's How did you end up on this journey with us?
That's a very interesting tale.
You seem like a very interesting guy.
I try not to be, but things just kind of happen that way. I'm
Like
not from
normal.
around here, if you know as well. I'm from Calamus. Big old city, that one. I'm guessing you know about the capital city of Caledonia, Caledonia, Colonia, yeah.
Colonia, yeah.
Yeah.
The Colonia Empire.
I have heard the legends, my friend, but it's only something that I could ever imagine a city that size.
Oh, it's quite the sight. No. It's seen better days. And well,
Is that why you wanted to leave?
I didn't have much of a choice, to be honest.
And what
I was
about...
kind of just told to come here. And it's kind of worked out, I suppose.
So you've come here with a little bit more of a purpose than what I have? Mine is somewhat open-ended.
Well, I guess mine could be the same. It's what I think is what she wanted, but there we go. Pulled me in this direction, and that's where I am.
And still alive to tell the tale so far.
So far, I look a shield. Not every part of me, but
Well, rather than shield
I know
take
like a
the
shield.
hit
He's
you.
got a shield. I just think of myself, okay, I'm in one piece. We're still going.
But try and get you a nice new shield.
I kind of like the one I got, but I'm sure we can find a way to repair it if we can. I mean, it's certainly an interesting place for Vushka, that's for sure. Never thought I'd make it in, but we'll see what happens. I'm guessing this is only the beginning of whatever the hell's going to happen.
Yeah, if there's one thing I've learned, Zeal, it's that the road that we travel, it's not an easy one.
Certainly not. Well, I think it's that time we need to wake the others up. Third time into their watch. Maybe tell them not to attack our friends up there.
Yeah, I like them.
So we'll go and try and...
Okay, so whoever knocks, who's next watch? That, as this moment, as Moss Chops, yeah, as you get politely awoken by a huge
As
hand.
politely as Fenrir can be. Well,
Turn him upside down.
let's pick him up by the ankle.
Just gently lift it up to the little guys in the ceiling. Just let them take it.
No! No, don't do that.
He rolls over and you can see he's clutching his little teddy bear. He goes,
Oh, is it my shift?
Right, so
Certainly
guys.
is.
Right.
By the way, look up.
Oh. I mean, we're still alive, so that's a good sign.
They went on, yeah. They're partners.
Alright.
They'll keep you company.
It's really pretty.
Hey, Moss.
Yeah.
I think you should get one of them and sneak it inside the ranger sleeping bag.
Ah.
You didn't hear anything from me.
What was that? No, like you're idling your way hundreds of feet down the tunnel. Sliding across the cabin floor.
The sunglasses come down, deal with it.
I kind of gather myself, crick my neck, look at my little bear and go,
Right. Montrose von Silly String, back can you go?
tucks him back into his pocket. And kind of sits back up against the wall, looks up at the caterpillars, and turns to Zeal and Fenrir and goes,
Right. Well, off you jolly well go then. I've got it from here, don't you worry.
Thank you very much, my small friend.
Where's Where's Ranger Danger?
Still gathering water.
Yeah. Further down in the darkness, gathering water. Haven't heard any screams, so I think he's okay.
Can I see him at this distance?
Unless, of course, he was.
Make a perception test.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
He's been dead
His
for
tail
hours.
by Sabotage has come down.
So, as
Just-
you're
just
talking,
see
you look
that.
in the distance, you see Theotorum now returning back to camp
Okay.
with, which looks like a few
Shoulder
flasks in his
balances.
hand and a shield that he's balancing with some
Balancing,
water
yeah.
still in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's on his way back. Right, don't have to worry about him. Yeah, get some shut eye. I've got it.
Right, see you in the morning. And I'll put on my hat and just gonna lean back into my bedroll.
Alright. So you just literally make your way back to the camp now.
I put the flask in the sand so they don't tip over, and then I cover the shield over with Venra's shield over the top.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
like nothing drops
Yeah, so
in.
you can try and keep it, yeah, fresh.
It doesn't just evaporate off and just I'm like, roll a 20 on a cave, but you can't trap water into it. Yeah, and then just I sit down amidst the group of half sleeping and Moss being half awake.
Okay.
Accidentally stand on Fenrir's chest as I'm passing.
He doesn't notice.
I heard what you said. And then yeah, I just sit down because I've rested a little bit and then taken patches and I'm just gonna sit down. Moss is on watch and I'll just sit
Okay.
there casually.
Alright. Okay, so continue on for the night of the watch. And you get a good night's sleep. A full rest. As morning comes. And you're all awake after a very long rest, feeling refreshed.
Some bloke singing.
Yep, some bloke singing. You feel as fresh as you can be with bedrolls and a sandy cabin floor, but yeah, it's good. First long rest in a while. As the rays of the morning wakens you. Well, rays of the morning, you're in a cabin, you can't really see much, but yeah.
The heat. The heat comes.
God, the heat.
The heat.
Yeah,
Precious powers.
the heat.
Abilities.
Level 3.
So you all wake up?
Well, we hope so.
You all wake up this time, don't worry, and you're not underneath sand.
Awesome.
Fully rested status.
Just a nice.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, we all have healed.
Yeah.
God. Have
I have my Fury of the Smaller.
I've got my delicious, nutritious
All 3
sorcery.
points. All 3 points of damage.
Okay, so are you just pressing on?
Drinking from the shield.
Yeah, okay, so drink it.
Flask.
So all of you wake up to this fresh water.
Flask in everyone's bags, then pack the bedrolls away, and then we know where we go. How light is it in here? Is there light creeping through or no?
So there's little tiny cracks that let a bit of light through, so there is a little bit of, so that you can see a bit clearer now. It's still quite dim, but enough that you can make out shapes.
So he's not going to walk into it.
No, you she should be alright, you think now.
This way, Norman.
Okay. Marco.
I'm guessing you don't have that game here,
Yay.
No.
then? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So take it you're gonna roll your bedrolls up,
Yeah.
gather all your things,
Get away.
and head straight on.
Out the fire. And
Yeah.
Just kick out as well.
Yeah.
Cover our tracks in.
What was left? And just cover it with sand.
Yeah, you're gonna heat some rations on the way, or you're just not gonna eat and just move on?
Probably eat when we've had the water. So eat first, then have the water.
Yeah. Okay, so you
Because it
quench your
seems
thirst.
silly
Yeah.
having water then eating to make it dry again.
Yeah. No, makes sense.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
water's a bit salty. You need
Yeah.
more afterwards.
Okay. All right. Well, you press on. You
Change the page.
You continue to walk on through the caverns. You feel like you've been walking for about 3 hours down the same stretch, the same tunnel. You've seen the occasional sun drencher, which has just been literally overhead. Well, how would you describe a skirtling? Yeah, I like that. There we go.
Driving.
Yeah, I like that. Living overhead, but obviously there's no blue glow about them at the moment, and they seem to be heading off in the direction that you're walking.
It might be worth following there. They obviously know where the light is
Yeah.
and the way out.
Yes, I don't know if they find actual entrances or just holes.
I'm guessing, can we figure out where they're going? Roughly?
You can make a general survival test, sure.
Why not? That is a 23.
Okay, so you see them heading to the roof and heading in the direction that you're going, but then occasionally you see them, as Viatorum said, disappearing into cracks, and just vanishing from sight. So, but you press on. You feel like maybe you're on the right track, and eventually the tunnel seems to take a sort of veers over to the left slightly and just goes around a corner, and you follow that corner at long last. It's a different direction. You don't feel as though you're continually going straight for the last 3 hours. And the cavern just suddenly opens up into a chasm, a really large chasm that plunges into darkness. And across that chasm, you spot literally right in front of you an old rickety wooden bridge.
Sick.
There's old knotted rope that still seems to be holding onto the planks of the bridge upright. And you spot that a few of the steps where the bridge is missing a foothold or two, but yeah, you assess that you think it can be safely travelled over.
Can it?
Nope. No, not there yet.
How deep's the cavern?
Even with your sight, you can't see where.
How wide's the gap? Yeah.
How
Not
wide?
doing what?
How wide's the gap as
Oh,
well?
how wide is the gap?
Yeah.
So you're looking at about, well, you can see 300, can't
Yeah.
you? Okay, so you can see it, but you can't see where it ends.
Alright, so you see the start of the.
So
Start of the rope
It's a long bridge.
So the rope bridge, and then you can see, like 300 feet.
It's a fucking long rope bridge. I ain't misty stepping across that.
No.
Mostrops,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I have the worst luck with rope. I know. As soon as I take a step on that bridge, it's going to fucking explode. So there is no way in heaven, hell, all the other planes of existence that I am stepping one appendage on that bridge.
You told him there was a fucking bridge.
So, looking at it,
There is
Yes.
no bridge. Norm?
What?
Fine.
so
Nothing to
look,
see.
Only the way.
yeah.
There's no
So
bridge.
looking at it, it's deep enough for Zeal not to see the bottom.
Yeah.
It's wide enough for you
For you
not
to
to
see
see
all the
the
way
other
across.
side. And all we have is the bridge.
Is there any rocks nearby?
Yeah.
Small rocks.
Rocks? What, like stone? Like
Yeah, stone, yeah.
Yeah. There's you can see there's
I
a
was
few
going to pick
like
one up
stone.
and just skim it across the bridge. Like chuck it across the bridge. Just to
Okay,
see.
so you hear it bounce. I mean, it goes out of your 300 feet. Is quite. Okay, so you throw it, it bounces, and you see you can see the bridge swaying from left to right,
Yeah, I just want to test
but
the
it seems
integrity a little
okay.
bit.
Seems sturdy.
Do you want me to go across and have a look?
Sand.
If you want to be the guinea pig, go
Yes,
ahead.
I think I'll just quickly check how many people pass over this. I look down at sand. How well worn is, because I'm guessing
it's mounted into the ground.
Give me an investigation.
Ooh.
Guidance on that.
Ooh, 9.
Have some guidance on that as well.
Thank you.
It's like a D4 on top, yeah.
That's much better. 14.
Okay, it looks well travelled. You can see various boot prints. Funnily enough, you think some of the tracks you were following before may have come this way.
Okay.
Similar boot structures. The sole.
Well, it does seem well travelled.
It should be
So-
pretty intact.
The understanding I have is it should be fine. But for the sake of my safety, I'm going to be walking in a handstand.
Yeah.
So, excuse me a second while I fasten all my gear down so it doesn't clang me in the head. So, strap my gear down and proceed in a handstand
Really?
using
Dexterity.
acrobatics to proceed across this bridge instead of the -2 I have to strength.
Okay. So are you going to go first? Yeah.
Yes.
On his hands.
Okay, you go first.
Why did you roll?
So you just begin to. Yeah. You literally standing on your hands.
Yeah.
Hand standing.
Yeah.
And you
Walking on
began
top.
to take each step, and you continue on.
What kind of speed you can get?
And after, you've got some serious upper body strength with this, and it gets to 300 feet, and you see a Viatorum disappear from the 300 feet, and you see a few instances where the planks are missing, and you manage to just
Yeah.
stride over it with your hands.
I guess it's having your face so
It's
close
easy.
to the floor.
Yeah, it's
And you can-
easier to see them. You see.
You and you are constantly looking
That.
down into the deep darkness, and you continue to stride across. And are the rest of you waiting till he potentially gets the whole way across, or
Yeah, waiting for something.
Okay.
I was gonna say, wait
So
for me to
another
shut
100
down.
feet on from there,
Yeah.
you see the edge of the bridge, and you can see the rocky pass continues the tunnel.
I come off the bridge,
Yeah.
right myself,
Okay.
wait for the blood.
Just literally right yourself.
Wait
right?
for the blood to drain
Yeah, you
back
feel
in my body.
feel
As
weird.
I just take a knee quickly, I'm like, oh, well, I think that's the longest I've ever done that. And I look dark or still like mottled light coming through.
Yeah, still various mottled bits of light, but the tunnel continues on.
As far as my dark vision goes,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't hear anything in front of me.
No.
Like no walking, no scuttling, nothing.
Give me a perception.
Christ. Ugh. 10.
No, you don't see anything.
Okay, you listen out into the distance, and you can't hear anything at the moment.
Okay. Well, I take this opportunity then to shout back. Seems to be fine. There are rather splintery bits and the occasional snap run, but as long as you've got eyes, you should be fine. Norm,
Yeah.
I promise you, you might survive.
I'm going to go last because when I inevitably do somehow manage to break this bridge, at least everyone else will be across first.
Okay.
So, it's been nice knowing you all.
I'm getting
You'll be
visions of
okay,
this.
Norm.
Is like your personal Squid Games moment.
Yeah. You'll be
what it
alright,
was.
Norm.
If I could have one request, could Zeal go next?
I already started walking across. I'm just gonna.
So you start walking across, yeah? Okay.
I was like, I ain't got time for this. It's gonna be.
Okay, so you begin to head across the road bridge, and 400. You miss a few of the missing planks, but yeah, as soon
As I'm
as
walking across, I go, watch for the ones about so many feet along when I say about the ones that are missing.
Okay.
Kind of let
Okay,
them
so
know
you let
a
other
little
people.
bit
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, but you're all the way across, and you see a Virtual waiting for you on the other side.
That wasn't so bad.
No, I actually didn't think it was too bad. Even Norm probably survived this
Well,
one.
if we tell him about the ones that are 200 feet along, he should be alright.
Yes, at least he can keep track.
I'll shout out, next!
While we're at the end, I'll get Zeal to look with me
Okay.
because his dark vision surpasses mine.
Yeah. Okay.
To check there isn't anything ahead of us that we're walking into and I haven't been aware.
Okay, so you look off deep into the tunnel, and again, 300 feet on, further on into the darkness. But yeah, the tunnel continues on for that's like a good while. Yeah.
So it just carries on, like the one behind us.
Okay, well, at least you can't see anything. I can't hear anything
No.
down there.
It's got to go somewhere though, hasn't it? Surely, after all this time.
Yes.
I mean, who would put a bridge here if it doesn't go anywhere?
I've taken a small sketch of the path that we've taken.
Yeah. Okay.
What do I know what direction we're heading in?
So you've been constantly heading. At the moment, you've been constantly heading north, northeast.
North-northeast.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I know we're heading north-northeast. Do I know if that's in the direction of anything or no?
You've never been to this part. Of,
No,
of
exactly.
Vesca before. You haven't. You've not. Don't even have a map.
We haven't
you can't
seen
see.
I haven't seen a map. Nothing.
No.
Right. Cock. Okay. Well, I know we're heading north-northeast, but I really couldn't tell you what was ahead of us.
Well, there's only one way to find out, I suppose.
Yeah, it's true.
But make sure everyone else gets across first before we even soldier on with it.
Yeah, and then these three.
Okay.
Fancy going next, Moss?
Should I lead Norm?
Oh no, I'm definitely going last. And this bridge, inevitably, springs alive and tries to strangle me to death or something awful.
Well, if that happens, Norm, I'll be with you. Don't worry. Come on,
Your funeral?
hold my hand.
I'll take Norm's hand, like monkey grip like that, and I'll walk in front of him.
Fenrir will stay back for now.
Reluctantly, I agree to go. Cue the bad roll.
Just keep one hand on the. Keep your other hand on the handrail.
I thought you'd actually roll something bad then and just been like, oh, he's dead.
And I put my foot on the bridge and...
And it explodes.
It's a mimic. No.
Biding its time.
You both of you managed to lead them across safely. The bridge does sway a little bit with both of your weight on it at the same time. You feel a little bit uneasy, but each step takes you a little bit further, and eventually you're carried across on the other side of the cavern, safe and sound.
D6, you were.
Not being
Doing
funny.
great.
Run.
Just Fenrir then.
Right, big
Yeah.
man.
Alright. Fenrir's gonna go. He's gonna take it slow, steady.
Just before he
Centre
get
of
there,
gravity.
I'll just stand there with the Torment and say, just be on the safe side. Should we all onto this rope just in case anything happens?
I was going to say, in case. Yeah.
Yeah, in the whole
Because,
rope.
because we got the ropes,
Okay.
we'll let you. Why am I saying it out again?
Fenrir, your left hand rope
Yep.
was the best one down the bridge.
Okay.
Keep your left hand on it.
Anything happens, we'll pull you up.
Anything happens, the four of us are on the other end.
Thanks, guys. Alright. I'm feeling confident.
Okay, so you step onto the bridge.
Oh, fuck.
People who are famous for holding on to ropes.
Okay. Give me
Wow,
a
that's a
strength
good record
test.
of it.
Strength versus. Okay. Okay. Good, great. That is great. That is great. 17.
Okay. As you
Hold on
begin
to
to
the rope.
head over the bridge, and you're holding onto the rope behind you, and snaps suddenly, and flies towards you. But you literally manage to correct yourself quickly, holding on and pulling the rest of the rope taut. The rest of you on the side who are holding onto that rope, you feel it grow very taut and you're fighting against this sudden pressure.
Comes through a post, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Does the slat come towards us or back towards?
So the slats of the bridge haven't moved yet, just it's you feel it kind of drop over to one side slightly.
Okay.
And you begin to pick up the pace.
Yep.
Holding onto the rope still and
Oh,
pulling
come
it
on.
as hard as you can. And then you see Fenrir in the distance heading towards you.
Yes. Speed is of the essence.
Yeah.
We've got the post.
Yeah.
Any slack that comes to us,
Yeah.
I'm going to turnbuckle over.
Okay.
Because I know from the airship,
Yeah.
when we secured the sail, they turnbuckled all of theirs because it holds more weight.
Yeah, okay.
So knowledge from that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay,
Turn
no, so
buckle.
you begin to do that. You with the rope. So any of this, as it
Any of
becomes a
the
bit of
slack gets
slack, you
taken
just
up,
begin
yeah.
to, and soon enough you're across, and you can see the actual old bridge is slightly leaning now. Yeah, the potential to head back is
Yes, gone past.
Yeah.
I think there's only one way we're going to go now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, Norm, you thought you were going to be the problem. Everything was fine.
Yes.
It didn't even fully break. Look, I would call that a success.
Alright.
See, all good.
All right.
Right. Press onwards.
So you
Push me
press on.
forward, Moss drops.
Yep.
You continue
See
travelling
what's
along.
wrong.
You continue travelling through the tunnel for another 2 hours.
Close if
It's a bloody big
Small
tunnel.
pans every now and
We've
again.
been travelling 8 hours in the same tunnel.
Yeah.
It's a big
Holy
tunnel.
shit.
No wonder this path is so frequently walked by people in the desert. It's like lovely 8 hours out of the bullshit
But the
outside.
thing is, I'm a ranger leading you, so that's 16 hours. Because I'm double pace
Yeah.
for everywhere we go. So that's 16
Who
hours.
knows where we'll go?
So that's 16 hours. That's an entire day's walking.
We're going to come out of the seaside at this rate. It's like, oh, hello, we've just gone to
Pull that back.
Loads of water, yeah.
As we're going through this cave and it's made this turn, is it going like inclining?
So you feel that
declining?
you do dip, and then occasionally you lift. But as you're going at the pace that you're going at the moment and the direction, you see the tunnel turns, and then up ahead you see that the tunnel suddenly dips down. As you continue walking and you dip down, you can see that below the path, so where the path would continue on, you see that it's awash with a shallow cavern water at this time. It looks murky. And as you get closer, you can see that the path to the other side of the cavern isn't possible to press forward. It looks like the cavern itself has collapsed in itself.
Okay. So it's blocked off.
So you have like a wall in front of you where it looks like it's caved in, and then right beneath you was a shallow pool of water.
How stale does the water seem?
Doesn't it seems like it's got rocky mildew, and you can see.
So the cave-in happened a while ago.
It looks like it might have been a while ago.
What about
So-
footprints going
I was going to say,
Yeah.
if we got have I seen tracks heading towards it?
Give me an investigation roll.
I can't read. It's there. 15.
15. Okay, so you follow, you look around for tracks and you spot them moving towards this same track, and then they seem to go to the shallow pool, and that's where they stop. Doesn't look like they've moved back on themselves.
So they've passed through this before this came down? Is that the assumption?
Potentially. So you follow the trail, and you look into that shallow pool, and it looks deeper than it appears.
Yeah,
Go
I was
under
going
it.
to say maybe there's a swim through.
Yeah.
It looks potential. I mean, you're not too sure. You're
Is
just
there
going
any
to see them
stones
with
on
your
the
eyes.
ground? I'm just going to pick one up and drop it in the water.
Okay. So as you
So
drop it
sink.
into the water, you go, and you see the stone sink deep beneath.
Oh, they must have gone there.
out to you.
To me, yes, to you.
Is swimming dexterity based?
So let me look at.
It's just half your movement speed.
Yeah, it's a movement, isn't it? So
Because
Unless you have an actual swimming speed, it's just.
yeah,
okay,
so
it's
you just like
half.
half. Yeah.
Okay.
We like a druid right now, the wild shape.
Into a fish.
Yeah.
Or could destroy the water.
Well, I'm going to. This is the first time I've been rangering and actually come across a swimming problem. So how does this work? Does it class as, because I'm leading, pace would be double time, so is it halved or not?
So it's I would say it's difficult to. It's still classified as difficult terrain,
But difficult terrain
It's more
doesn't
difficult terrain
affect me
to,
because I'm leading.
but is that
to arrange. Is it land? Or
so? Is it land
It's
based?
just difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain.
So how does it work with swimming? Do these guys suffer a penalty for it or no?
What do you think?
Well, you two are DMs, it's a question that I've never come across.
I'd say, yeah, it's just.
If it's stated, it's just,
I would say
we just
rules
have
is
our
written, isn't it?
normal
do you have a
swimming
swimming
speed.
proficiency?
No. But I have natural explorer, so I don't suffer.
Yeah.
And a party of up to
Okay, so I
eight
will
don't
say that as
suffer.
long as you're leading them,
Yeah,
you
well, I
can
was
you
gonna-
can continue at your standard stride.
Yeah.
You won't gain any benefits.
But I won't lose.
Yeah.
Because all I was thinking is this will determine who goes first.
Yeah.
Because if the gap is small down there, Moss would be better. But
Yeah.
if nobody gets a penalty, I'll go first.
Okay.
So making the decision in game, I'm going to go first. I think you're all going to have to follow me.
Do we want to tie a rope around ourselves?
I
Yes,
think
good
a
idea.
rope's probably a good idea, unless something catches under the water.
Well, then we don't tie the rope to anything.
Just hold
Just
on.
hold on to
Just
it.
hold on to it.
I'll swim through with the rope,
Yeah.
and then we hold on to it.
And then we try and pull ourselves through.
We should have a code. Are we all going to go in, or are you going to go in first and then we'll
I
follow?
think
Go and take the rope and
yeah.
see how far you can go with
I'll
it.
see how far I can go with it. If I have to turn around, I do. As I'm leading, if I get out to the other side,
Pull the rope slightly or tug it.
I'll pull the rope through it, and you might be able to hear me from the other side anyway. But if I pull the rope through, I'm going to pull it through with 2 sharp tugs is good. If I give it 11, I'm drowning.
2 things.
Yeah.
1, if you're going first, when we start this, gonna use a little bit of telepathy, bit of better communication. 2nd, if someone could quickly teach me how to swim, that would be pretty great.
If you watch me go into the water, watch another person after me, and then you can go third. Then any problems, if you pull the rope, we'll pull you through.
All you need to do, Norm, is just hold your breath.
And
you
hold
do
on
that?
to
And
the
then
rope.
keep pulling the
Hold
rope.
your breath and do that on the rope.
Okay.
Any danger, double pull will be the sign we'll pull. Telepathy will still be with me. If you start struggling, I'll talk you through swimming. If you struggle more, we'll just pull you through swimming. Swimming?
String.
We're now going swimming.
Yeah. I'm going first. I'm going to have to do it.
Okay.
Go for it, range.
And then everyone else is following.
I can just imagine you like stretching and going like that.
Yeah.
You're ready to dive.
I make sure all of my map tubes
Oh, like.
I've
Tight, yeah.
cinched down, and I'm just like, yeah. And then
I'm
go
looking in my bag and I noticed, I
Perfect
just
dive.
remembered I've got like parchment and inks and quills and stuff like that, and I'm just like, just leaving it behind. I know it's getting ruined when I'm going in there.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay. One by one, you begin to wade through the shallow water, and find soon enough that the water comes up to waist high, and your footing barely hangs onto the edge of the rocky outcrop. and then you drop and submerge fully into the water. And that's where I'll hold it. Let's see what happens next time.
Next time, drowning. The new
Next
problem.
time, instead of drowning in sand,
You drown in water. Yes.
We're allowed to do all the elements here.
Yeah.
We don't have to be biased towards them.
We're all still alive.
Yeah.
That's good.
Let's see if we
But
can.
now we are alive. None of us failed at walking at any time.
You didn't fail at walking, and you didn't fail on the.
I did. I failed at walking.
Oh yeah, you did a little
It
bit.
wasn't
Yeah.
yours a sandy gust torrent, it
He
wasn't.
did.
Yeah,
He
you
actually
did fail
fail
at
at
walking. Yeah.
It's an improvement.
Yeah. Okay, only one of us failed at walking this time. An improvement.
Which is a bonus. Yeah.
Okay. Well, join us next time in Child Devonity. Let's see if our intrepid adventurers survive. Stay humble.